Hey, welcome to Dreams in Action. I want to give a high five, a fist bump, a shout out to all the listeners tuned into this motivational channel. I'm your host, C. Austin Brown. I had an opportunity to pass 8 days last week. I traveled to Brazil, North Brazil up near the Amazon, where I had an amazing opportunity to teach, to be one of the presenters on the subject of trauma. Let me digress for a second. Brazil is an amazing place to visit. It's beautiful. The people are fantastic. The people are very engaging. The food was delicious. The experiences was magnificent. Of course, the beaches and some of the beautiful women throughout the entire country of Brazil is just second to none. But I had an opportunity to go there to teach on trauma, which is purpose for me. The content which I want to continue to focusing on as I'm reading a lot of things about finding your purpose and operating in that thing in which you can continue to do. And when you do that thing, it begins to open up so many opportunities for you. I was reading this content. I was reading the Word of God, the theological preference of the Bible, a story about Moses. This guy named Moses had something in his hand that he didn't know how to use. He didn't realize that there was some inward strength. There was a purpose that was still for him, and he did not know how to utilize it. The story goes that he was leading a people out from being captive, being boxed in, being in a myopic perspective, or being, as the text would say, enslaved. And you can define slavery as just the desire to stay boxed in one particular country. You can define being boxed in just staying on a particular job and not wanting to get out. You can define being boxed in, not wanting to explore the country or different regions of the world. Whatever it is, this guy named Moses was leading these people from this captive state and taking them into the promised land. And so he reached a dilemma. He reached a place where they thought life was going to end. You ever been in that place where it just seems like what you were going after, what you were trying to accomplish, what you were trying to do somehow comes to a dead end? It could be your own life. It could be relationships. It could be a job. It could be just your health. Whatever it is, at this crossroads of life where it just seems like it's a dead end. And Moses leading these people out of this particular captive place into a different place where they can pursue options. They can experience new things. It was at a crossroads. And so not only that, he had some enemies, some haters coming after him. The story, it says that there was this individual by the name of Pharaoh was coming after Moses and all of these people. Not only coming after them, but to take them back into this captive mindset or perhaps wipe them out. And they were getting ready to catch Moses and all of these people. And Moses is at this sea, this Red Sea, this huge ocean. And he thought he was just stuck there. And he began to cry out, and this book says that he began to pray. And what came back to Moses was the statement, hey, what's in your hand? What's in your hand? Take that rod that you have in your hand and begin to stretch it out. Stretch it out. And when he did, he stretched it out. Of course, the entire Red Sea opened up. I thought it was a fascinating story. I thought it was a remarkable, incredible story. Because I think sometimes we can find our lives, I know when I reflect upon my own life, of just trying to get out of a captive mindset of being myopic, or looking at some areas where I felt like I was boxed in and wanted to stay there, wanting not to push myself to the next level. I can relate to that. I can relate to what that feels like. I can relate to how my energy was drained, or how I felt like going to the next level was beyond me. And so I would meet mentors. I would, read a certain story or text, or begin to find something that's within me, that to pull myself out of that, to say, hey, what's in your hand? What are some of the unique experiences that you have that you can begin to cultivate even further? You know, sometimes you have to use what you got to get what you need. Sometimes. Sure, you're right. I digress. And so what is it that you have in your hand? What gift? What talent? What ability? What thing that you have that you can continue to cultivate? I mean, being on purpose and pursuing that thing. Let me digress. I read over or watch some of the amazing content creators that's out here today, and a shout out to a lot of the individuals who are making content on YouTube. When you look at them from the beginning, many of them got maybe 1 like or 5 likes or 50 likes or 200 or 300. But you saw the work that they kept putting in over a period of time, finding their purpose in their niche and kept working at it. Are you willing to take what you have in your hand and work at it? Are you willing to perhaps some tragic situation that took place in your past, take that story, write about it, sing about it? I don't care if you create poetry about it. Are you willing to put in the extra hours to work your side job, to get your finances together, to be able to launch out further in that thing which you desire to do? You've been talking about, you've been dreaming about, you've been writing about. Are you willing to work what's in your hand to maximize the opportunities before you? If you were to utilize that and begin to stretch that out, watch how wide the sea of opportunities open. I found myself in Brazil teaching on the subject of trauma, invited out there. I'm grateful. Shout out to those who invited me out there. Shout out to the bishop who encouraged me to come out there, and just so many remarkable people who received me to teach. Now, I'm not the subject matter expert yet on this subject of trauma, but I am working toward becoming licensed as a clinical therapist to be able to impact more people's lives, to utilize the gifts that I have to make a difference in people, and watch the sea of opportunities open up. Now, while there, I got another invitation by the police. The police want me to come and teach to the precinct, or maybe even the academy, to teach on this subject of trauma. Individual trauma, personal trauma, or even some of the situations that occur in neighborhoods, or how systems and structures are built that induce trauma on communities. Whatever the opportunity opens up, I'm willing to take it. And so when you begin to operate in that thing that you have been gifted to do or working toward it, so many more opportunities will open up. So many more opportunities will open up. So as I close, I just want to encourage you to take whatever you have, start putting more time in working toward that craft to perfect it. And as you keep doing, watch the opportunities to begin to open up. Take what you have, stretch it out, and watch the opportunities that come. Hey, thank you for joining. Come on and like, subscribe, share. I look forward to walking with you and journeying with you. Take care. C. Austin Brown, Dreams in Action. Hey, this is the local catfish. I'm still in the market here. It kind of reminds me when I was young, I used to go to the market with my dad, in Washington D.C. You have to. Yeah. See. Okay. You have to cook it while it's alive. Because it has a type of armor on the catfish. So it's a type of catfish that has an armor. It's the local kind of fish that's here in Brazil, but it has to be alive as you cook it. So this reminds me being down again, as I said, being in the market. I remember as a young man in Washington D.C. growing up with my dad. We used to go down to the market that had all kinds of fish, vegetables, shrimp, fresh foods at the market. And so we're here at the Brazil local market, just seeing, an opportunity to buy food in bulk, not bulk, but in bulk, and just enjoying the fresh fruit, fresh seafood. All right, let's start moving. All right, we're ready.
Next place, we're gonna take a look at one of those local boats.
Okay.
Cross and see the super smile.
Okay, good. Thanks. All right.
I show you the menu over there, right? So this is the flowers that can be produced from that kind of fruit. And this is the famous Brazil nuts, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Don't worry, you will see many street dogs, cat dogs, but people take care of them, right?
Okay.
People give them food.
So we're walking down in the market here in Manaus, just walking through the city down here, just still sightseeing, having an opportunity to be down in the market here and just enjoying the city, just looking at various kinds of fruit, how individuals purchase their foods in bulk. Oi, senor. Hola. Oi, señorita. Oh, hola. Oi, senor.
Okay.
Oi, senor. Oi, senor. Okay. Now let's.
He said tell you to pay attention.
I want to say that I am downtown here, Brazil in Manaus, here by the Opera House. Just came out here to listen to some music, eat some good food, to just be with the people. And so I want to take some more shots later, just enjoy here in Brazil. Also, I want to say I had an opportunity to teach today on trauma and got an invitation to come back here by the police to teach to the actual police here on the topic of trauma, as they deal with a lot of things in which the police force have to go through here
in Brazil. So I'm looking forward to that opportunity to come back. But I'm just gonna walk around a little bit. I just want you all to see some of the beautiful place. I'll be back. Some of the beautiful place here in Brazil, down here. Hey, oi, senor. Oi, obrigado. Obrigado. Down here by the Opera House. Beautiful. You can see a lot of the people just out, just enjoying themselves in the community. Oi, senor. Just enjoying themselves here. Over here, downtown here at the Opera House. They have live music every night. Opportunities to just come out and meet people and just enjoy the area. Down here, you even have families come down here, fly a little kite. Oi, señorita. Come out here and do different performances. You even have jazz. It's actually Jazz Week this week, so you have jazz performances from all over the world, and even in the Opera House have different composers making tributes to a lot of the artists, from Beethoven to yes, sí, no. So a lot of the contributions that's done to a lot of the artists, Chopin, Beethoven, Vivaldi. So I'm leaving soon, but I've had a remarkable time just to come down here and just explore a little bit downtown here in Brazil. I'm here in Brazil just having an amazing time. Earlier today, I had an opportunity to finally teach to a conference on the subject of trauma, which we had an amazing time. In fact, I'll load the pictures up, but left the event to take a break, and I'm downtown Brazil now. And let me show you, I'm down here by the Opera House. And down here as well, they just have just amazing events. Every restaurant has music or performer. Or senor, or every restaurant has just families just sitting out there just listening to music. And it's still early. It's Friday night, so it's still early. It's only about 9 o'clock. People are still coming out here now, and I would take about 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11. It's going to be packed 12. Just individuals out here just 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning performing and just having an amazing good time. But let me just show you the Opera House. I'm going to walk and just show you where I am downtown here in Brazil. You see vendors out, taxis. It's still early, it's only 9 o'clock right now. So you have families coming out here. Families out here by the statue. Absolutely beautiful. Obrigado. Hawaii. The States. Hawaii.
Oi? Estados Unidos?
See, this is the Opera House. It's a beautiful place. They're also doing jazz at this time too. This is the week where they have lots of composers and jazz artists from around the world coming out here to Brazil to perform at the Opera House. I had an opportunity to tour the inside the Opera House today. I'll load some pictures up there as well. Just a beautiful place. You see restaurants over there. They serve great food at the same time. You have performers at every specific restaurant down here as we are downtown Hawaii. These families come out here and individuals just come out here to late 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. As I said, it's still early. It's only 9 o'clock now here in Hawaii, 9 p.m. And so we just finished up the conference. I still have my suit jacket on and just came down here to grab some food and just mingle with the people a little bit. I have a translator, so I'm walking with a translator to translate English to Portuguese. I know a little Spanish, but most people here in Brazil speak Portuguese. You'll find, in fact, especially where I am, I'm up north Brazil too. I'm not down in Sao Paulo or Rio, but I'm up north near the Amazon. It just happened to be downtown. So as you see performers over there at the restaurant now. Tambaco de Banda. You have a performer over there. They have some great food over there as well. Had a chance to go over there and just look at some of the food in there and sample some of the desserts as well as the foods. Over here we have the African House. Lots of families just come out here and just listen to music and just enjoy themselves. Oi, senor. So let me head back now, and I'm about to get in this Uber. Head back, not to the hotel yet. We're just going to explore a little more and just tour downtown Hawaii, but Brazil while I'm here. I had a great time, amazing time at the conference. Remarkable time to teach on trauma. And while I was teaching, as I said earlier during the series on purpose, you start operating in your purpose, that thing that you continue to do and perform and perfect it. Opportunities open up. I had the cop was a police officer. Police officer was in one of my presentations and actually invited me to come back out here to teach to the force about the subject of trauma. I'm not the subject matter expert yet, but I'm just going to continue to perform and work and grind where I am until many other doors open up. Be faithful with what you have and just keep doing it. Talk with you soon. Go ahead and like, share, subscribe as I talk more about purpose.